friends are about to get destroyed by sentient cars.
I just kind of John Woo.
The electrified bolt flies out from your cyber crossbow and strikes Maverick right in his grill. He shrieks as the electricity arcs across his body. As the dust settles, you see a tricked-out motorcycle emerge from behind the wreckage. Hi, I'm Lucy.
My name is Raven Holiday.
So we just have to steal this robot from this girl?
My hand starts to slowly kind of go towards the stun gun.
You look over to see Neil. How hard is it to do what the client asks?
I point the stun gun at him.
Ooh, did I touch a nerve?
I shoot.
I am Raven Holiday, a tactical warfare prodigy studying at Petalgrave Academy, and the top battle class player in Dragon House. I enrolled here to fight the alien swarm and redeem the Holiday name. I didn't expect to make friends. Or discover my life was a lie. Raven Holiday is fiction. She's the star of a best-selling YA book series, and I'm the AI they made to play her in the movie. But I never signed up to be a freaking actress.
No.
I escaped to the real world, but it's a madhouse. Sentient cars, live-streaming vigilantes, and the movie's producer is chasing me across the city. If that psycho samurai or his goons catch me, I'll be locked back in a server forever, or deleted. My only hope? Find my author first. He's the one person who can stop this insanity. I just wish I didn't have to rely on this adrenaline junkie fangirl to get to him. Hey! Woo-hoo! My friends are gone. My life's a lie. I'm computer code living in a tiny robot looking for one man in a mega city gone mad. It's an impossible task. But I'm Raven Holiday, and I do the impossible.
Ooh, I'm borrowing that line for my fanfic.
Write any more fanfic and I'll delete your hard drive.
Aww.
Okay, so what are you shooting him with?
The stun gun.
Stun gun.
Okay, the stun gun.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. All right, good. I was just making sure it wasn't the crossbow bolt.
It's an EMP, but it's a crossbow bolt, so it still goes through him, yeah.
All right, I'm going to roll how many? 2? A 1 and a 6.
Oh, well, there you go.
So Neil's out.
You blast him with the stun gun, and he falls to the floor, twitching. At that point, a bunch of things happen at once. Lucy and Raven take the opportunity to run for their psychocycle. Meanwhile, the motorcycle, with the homemade jousting lance on it, it decides to come back and defend the decommissioned Maverick. It charges right into the middle of your group. What do you do?
Neil dropped his yo-yo thing.
Yeah, he has 2 of them, but he dropped 1.
So can I dive for that and try and, like, whip it towards the bike? Would that be athletics or close combat?
I'll let you pick.
Either way, it's the same. It's all one. He's not a fighter.
Here's a lover.
Yeah. He's an alcoholic. And it's a 1.
Oh no, this keeps happening.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Hold on. Wait, no, it's a 6. I'm wrong. I don't know where I saw a 1, but I'm just so used to losing. Oh, yeah, it must have been a delayed reaction. Okay, yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
So I dive and I grab this thing, and I think it's one of those, it's like, you know, when an athlete makes a half-court shot for no reason. I just think I just, like, I don't have the skill set, but I think I just blindly whip this thing towards the bike in the direction, and to try and, like, knock it off its axis and kind of, like, hit the tires or something to, like, take it out.
Yeah, you scoop up the dropped weapon, which you've never handled before, but somehow you're able to throw it and hit the bike. It crackles with the electricity, and the motorcycle topples over, unmoving.
Did you guys just see that?
As soon as I see that happen, I'm gonna book it for the robot. I'm gonna run after it full speed.
Aggressive athletics.
All right.
And as you're doing this, you hear a bunch of engines revving in the distance as what remains of Maverick's minions seem to be closing in on your position.
6.
Dang.
As Lucy jumps on the cycle, you reach out and grab the robot off her shoulder. She yells, "Hey, hands off my friend!"
As I grab it, I go, "Ah! I got it!"
It's like hot potato.
As you're holding up Raven, being like, I got it, Lucy flips the ignition on her cycle and spins it around to face you. From either side of the bike pop out grappling hook harpoon guns, and she looks at you and goes, "Let her go."
I do a 180 and I softball throw it towards Liv.
As you throw it, you hear Raven yelling,
You swarming piece of...
So meanwhile, it's coming straight towards me.
You got those special gloves? What else?
I was gonna say,
What else you
well,
got?
You have the special gloves. Yes, that
the
is a good
special
point.
gloves. So, I mean, I can pull metal towards it. So if it's coming towards me and it's directed. Okay, so that's 3. Okay.
Big money, big money.
5.
Hey!
You catch Raven, and
And I say, I am so sorry, but I really need this money.
As all of this is happening, could I have called my car from my smartwatch, my Ferrari or whatever, as a getaway driving situation?
Sure, why not? I would say, since it would take your car a bit to get here, I'd say you'd need to spend 1 stress for a flashback in order to.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
But yes, and as you're doing
Our ride
that,
is 5 minutes away.
yeah, you can have it break through the doors. It goes up the stairs into the show.
Yeah.
Proper.
Past all the cops.
Yeah, you've jailbroken your car, so it will go off road
Right.
and stuff.
Get in.
Is this a 2-seater or a 4-seater?
It's a 4-seater.
Okay.
Get in! And I start making my way towards my car and get into the driver's
You can
seat.
get into the driver's seat and immediately.
And the doors kind of pop up vertically, because it's fancy like that.
All right.
Like a
The rest
DeLorean.
of us
Like a exactly.
to try and file in.
All right.
Though I guess Rek is still facing off with Lucy, right?
You're between Lucy and the car that has her friend, so she is going to try and get past you. So she is just driving straight at you.
And me.
Yeah, and by extension, the car behind you.
I'm gonna try to do my donut stunt and try to position my car around so that it's in a better position for Rek to be able to get in. Gonna drift my way over and in a circle, in a circular motion.
He's only got 1 move, but it's always effective.
Yes.
Yeah, you can spend a stress to give Rek a bonus die for his roll.
Okay, so I'm trying to dodge this or run away from it, or
You're trying to
You
dive
tell
into the
me.
car.
Yeah, what are
Okay.
you trying?
Well, I guess I could try and jump up.
trying to land on the bike. Or...
Well, if it's coming at me, I could try and just jump and avoid it.
Do that
Can I make it a convertible and have the roof
the
start?
Ferrari. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can try and
so
jump.
jump into the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
easiest, right? All
So
right.
Chase and I just in the car doing a donut going, ah!
Yeah.
Our heads roll. Yeah.
What do I have to roll for this?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
That's 4 die.
Let's go. Come on.
Come
guys.
on, Rek!
Big money. Big money.
6.
Hey!
Yeah.
I've had good rolls.
You leap into the car as the Ferrari drifts this way. The cycle misses this way. Sliver, you peel out into the next aisle of cars on the show floor. You can see the lobby exit across the room, but as you drive towards it, a black sports car pulls out in front of you. Neil is behind the wheel. The hot wiring he used to start the car is still clutched in his hand. And as you get close to him, he pulls out his remaining electric yo-yo disc and flings it towards Raven. So Liv, since you are holding Raven, I imagine you are using some sort of athletics to dodge, unless you have another idea.
From in the car? We're in the car while this
We're
is
in the car, and he's just like shooting the yo-yo at us.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Is it to try and grab her
as
away?
you came to a stop really close to him, so he's trying to like flick the yo-yo out, grab Raven with it, and then pull it back.
Could you use your gloves to
I was
like...
gonna say, can I use it to like, because it's magnetized. Like Raven is currently magnetized to the gloves, so could I just use that to keep holding on to her firmly?
Okay, yes, that works, but Neil's disc is now anchored to Raven, and you're not letting Raven go. So what's happening is, as Sliver pulls the car away, Neil unbuckles his seatbelt and leaps out, and he basically uses his tether to Raven as a grappling hook to pull himself out of his car and onto yours. So now he's on top of the Ferrari's trunk. Sliver, in the rearview mirror, you can see the remnants of Maverick's minions are closing in behind you. Achilles is there, having recovered from the EMP. There's also a Vespa, a three-wheeled concept car, and the minivan with the hostages. They are all charging towards you. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to weave around all that and just get out from where my car came in and just make a quick getaway.
So you give me aggressive piloting. The other issue, though, is that Neil is on the trunk of the car, and he is still going for Raven, Wreck, or Chase. How do you deal with him?
Chase, you're in the car with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go to kick this dude in the head or something, you know what I mean? I'm a brawly little guy, I guess.
Yeah, he's sort of like anchored to Raven via the yo-yo.
The
thing.
yo-yo. Is there a way to like cut the cable or the the wire or whatever?
It's like a metal wire. If you had a tool of some sort, you could.
I haven't used my gear yet, but I can't lend it out to either Chase or Sliver. Or
If you want to shout out
Brett, can I?
like back pocket or something, like to say what it's in there, you're welcome to.
Sure. Let's see what I have in my back pocket.
Bubble gum.
What did I pack for lunch?
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, there's a blade, but it would have to be something that could cut through metal.
I mean, I
Or
would
cut
accept
his
a-
arm.
I would
Blades could
accept-
do it.
Yeah, I would accept that. Some sort of.
Okay, so-
Because he's just holding on to
pliers.
the yo-yo thing, right? Like if we
Yeah.
cut his arm, he's gonna let it go.
He's like sort of balanced on the back of the trunk. He's like clinging on it to like he's got a grip with like one hand. But this is like his anchor that's like gonna stop him from being flung from the car.
So I haven't used any of my gear, so that's a 2, but I could say that that's in my back pocket.
It's a version of an archaic weapon. So is it like a katana or like a?
Can it be like a? What would it be?
switchblade?
Like a like a little
Lightsaber?
miniature chainsaw?
Like a surgical saw sort of?
Like a chainsaw blade?
Sure.
Okay.
It's just tiny mechanical.
Dang,
Sliver
that's
thought it might
hardcore.
come in handy at some
all right.
point. Yeah.
Who's grabbing it and
It's either Chase or Reg. Who's
I'm
doing
driving.
it? Who's,
I can-
okay.
I can go
Who's
for it.
got
I'm-
better
I-
stats to do this?
I don't, but I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The chainsaw specialist should go for
Absolutely.
So I think I grab it and I think I go for his fingers.
oh god.
No.
Okay, give me aggressive close combat. And as you do that, Neil is yelling, "Why do you own that? Why did you bring that on a job?"
It was a Christmas present.
Especially for you.
I got a 4.
Like carved on the chainsaws, like to live, love, clem.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, she made it. She put
Oh,
it
so you got a
together
4?
in her
Yeah.
class. It was a class project.
How many fingers do I get?
Maybe it's just like it scares them.
Yeah, no fingers. We're trying to keep this somewhat YA. You cut the cable on Neil's yo-yo, and now all that's keeping him from falling off is the one hand he has grabbing onto the trunk. However, with his other hand, he manages to grab your ankle and trip you, so you fall onto the trunk, and now you're both hanging off of it side by side.
I'm gonna go to grab Chase and pull him back in.
You grab him and keep him from falling off. You notice that the other cars have caught up to you and are right on your tail. At this point, though, Sliver drives the car off the show floor into the glass-covered lobby. You speed down the stairs, the wheel jerking around in your hand as you try to keep control. The door to the outside is just ahead of you. Wreck. As you are pulling Chase back into the car, Neil is trying to grab onto you as well.
Close combat aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay. 6.
Oh my
right.
God, on a roll.
What do you want to happen to Neil?
Two
Literally.
6s actually. But,
Oh, never mind. That's a critical. That's a critical success. You succeed and gain an extra benefit. Whatever you want to have happen to Neil will happen, and whatever you want to happen to Chase.
A most horrible death, please.
I want
God, I
him
hate
to
this guy.
go. I want him to like. All those cars are coming behind us, right? So he's hanging on.
Yeah.
There's other cars following us. So I want him like a domino to hit the car, then the next car, then the next car, then the next car, then the next car.
Yes, yes.
Do you want to say anything to Neil as he is flying backwards?
A nice trip. See you next fall.
Yeah, exactly.
So you shove Neil off the back of the car. The gold status Phixr patch on his jacket gets caught in something and it's torn off. As it drifts to the ground, Neil goes flying back into Achilles, leaving a person-shaped dent in the car's hood. In doing so, he also seems to have broken whatever sensor Achilles uses to see, because it skids sideways and hits the brake. The Vespa behind Achilles slams into him, and it bounces off the car into the minivan, shattering its windshield. The minivan swerves into a display case and totals itself.
It's like a Rube Goldberg machine.
You can see the hostages begin to crawl out of the busted windows. The three-wheeled concept car turns to avoid hitting this pileup, but it accidentally ramps off a turntable display, and it soars into the air, hits a catwalk, and explodes.
So as we're driving, there's chaotic chain reaction happening behind us in slow motion, and I'm just...
Thanks,
Yeah.
Greg.
And that's when you smash through the glass wall of the convention center and burst out into the no man's land in front of the police barricade. You skid to a stop. You can see that the cops have their guns trained on the car, but once they see there's a person driving it, they relax. You can see a newscopter filming you from above. Chase, there must be hundreds of people watching you right now. It's been a long time since you've had this many eyes on you. Rek, this is more attention than you've ever had in your entire life.
I keep fighting to try and get like front and center in the camera, like as
Get out of my way.
Make sure they get your good side.
Yeah.
And Liv, as everyone is still trying to process what is going on, you turn to see the Psycho pull up alongside you. Lucy is at the wheel, and she looks at you and the Raven robot you're still holding. She reaches out a hand towards you, not aggressively, not making a threat, just looking at you with a pleading expression, and she says, "Please, I have to protect her. Don't you know what that's like?"
Does Sliver
Yong
hear
reaches
this?
for his gun. Yeah.
I turn to look at the two in the back seat.
I mean, I think Rek and Chase, you're basking in the spotlight a bit too much to notice this.
Yeah.
Sliver, I think this is probably the coolest stunt you've done.
Maybe ever.
Yeah, maybe ever.
You're thinking about incorporating it into your new movie.
Yeah, I'm already like thinking of the next movie.
So none of them notice what's happening?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, they don't have time to
Respect.
react. It's entirely up to you what you do.
Okay. Oh my God. It's like, here's the thing. I have to take this dream away from Sliver as well, depending on what decision I make. I look Lucy in the eyes, and, God. I do know what that's like. And I start to hand Raven back to her.
And she reaches out to take it. And
And the guys still haven't noticed anything, right?
no, this is happening in a split second.
Okay. I release the robot to her. She now has full possession of Raven.
And Raven hops into Lucy's hands. Lucy smiles and says, "Thank you." Then she turns the bike around, and together they drive away.
I look at the rear view mirror and I catch a glimpse of this happening. And there's weirdly a sense of relief of like, this was, that it wasn't his choice, and that, I don't know, because he also kind of understands what it's like to lose someone dear to him. So he kind of catches a glimpse of this, and I don't know. He just kind of looks back and just pretends like nothing happened, and just kind of continues driving.
By the time the rest of you realized what happened, the police are already surrounding your car, trying to get the situation under control.
Well, Liv still has the hologram mask. Can she use that power to allow us to maybe pass through?
Yeah, you know what? 100%, yes. What do you say, Liv, to all these officers coming up?
I brought in some consultants. They're freelance security specialists, and I needed to get them in to get the hostages out.
We have a certain set of skills.
Yeah.
And I quote the whole monologue from Taken.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Yeah, and unnecessarily salutes everyone multiple times and says to let them pass.
You see the reporters coming up to you, and then behind the crowd, you can see the officer you're imitating, like, what the hell?
I see this, and I'm like, all right, we should go. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the drive home, I profusely apologize, but we couldn't do it that way, guys. You know,
But
there's
we
a
still
reason.
have enough to get burgers.
Yeah, there you go. We still get a Phixr discount.
Mikey's is on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go break the news to Clem. She wouldn't have wanted it this way.
Somehow,
Yeah,
we all
so-
survived.
The clumsiest crew that ever was.
The where are they now is gonna be like, did they kick me out of the group?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rek, I'm going to say you freed the hostages, so you're going to get a bonus roll to this.
Okay.
But I
Basically,
did donuts.
you did do donuts, yes.
I did. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. All right.
So at the end of the run, you guys get to make an angle roll, which is sort of like an epilogue, where are they now montage. You're going to choose the approach to achieve your goal, roll your dice, and we'll see how well it goes for you.
Okay, so two for my aggressive and one for the extra.
So your goal is
To achieve fame and notoriety, so
Yeah. So roll 3 dice.
to feel to feel something. 6, 1, 4.
All right, 6.
I've rolled 6s all day.
It's amazing.
Well, what did you do to try and gain fame from this? Because I'd say there's definitely fame to be had here. Obviously, like you're on the news.
I think I said my government name many times, and I probably dropped my handles. You know, follow me on these channels, and you know, I hear
He's a
Donnie Baxter's a
hero.
real cool kid, and I really tried to plug as many things as possible. I think I probably whispered to the hostages that they didn't want to save you, and I actually, you know, I'm the one who advocated for it. So I really just tried to get the biggest media blow up as possible when those cops were there. When Liv was talking to Lucy, I really tried to make the most of that moment.
What is successfully making the most of that moment look like? Do you have like a YouTube channel now that's super popular? Are you actually like an actual security consultant that people try to hire?
No, I think it's followers. I think it is for me. It's followers of my own. I think I had channels already, so I think I was really plugging those channels. So if there was an influx in followers, that would be some sense of.
It's a few days later, and you're watching your subscriber numbers go up. You've done the calculations, and this will be the day you break 1 million.
Are you getting a plaque?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I get my million plaque.
And you watch as the counter slowly ticks up until at last the magical moment happens.
So I think what happens does it. So I can choose how I want this moment to be, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
I think I get that. I think I watch. I'm in my apartment. It's 999, whatever. 999. It goes to 1 million, and I go. And then I realize for a second, I'm like, it doesn't. I'm not feeling anything, and I keep going. And it's 1,000,001, 1,000,002, and I keep trying to feel something, and I look around, and I'm by myself, and it keeps going up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I drop my head in defeat, and I just start, and I keep watching the numbers go up, And I keep trying to feel something, but I just look.
So sad.
And I just keep looking.
Is it because your team isn't there with you?
Yeah, maybe. A bittersweet ending for him.
Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right.
So what do I have to roll?
Player decides what approach they will employ to pull off their angle, which in your case is making money for Alvin and...
Yeah. Got a 5.
Woo! All right. So you did it, but you know it won't last. How do you prepare?
I think now that there's newfound interest again, while I know that I am never going to go back to, nor would be able to go back to doing music or anything like that, I think I take this opportunity to option a book deal that's kind of a like tell-all of what it was like to be, you know, in the boy band at the time and the rise and fall of it all, and I option that out to get some extra scratch to also help pay his medical bills.
We never really established what Alvin was injured. How exactly Alvin was injured.
I like to think it was like a choreography accident that like you know.
How about this? What happened was like he over rehearsed. He got sloppy. He like walked straight into the pyrotechnics, and that like his leg was just completely mangled.
So it's like basically getting him a new leg.
So we cut to the hospital as Alvin comes out of the building, sunlight glinting off his new prosthetic leg. For the first time in 20 years, he is walking unassisted. He smiles as he strides over to a parked car where his old friend Chase Chancellor waits for him. Chase, where do you drive to?
We go head to a place where we used to go get lunch when we were like broke before anything like exploded for us, and we just go there to hang out and reminisce on old times because I haven't thought about them in a long time.
Who's next?
I guess I can go. We'll leave our fearless leader for last.
You know what? I'll give you a bonus die because you know what? You sacrificed a lot in giving up Raven. And also, It would be a huge bummer if you just rolled really badly.
And had the worst ending.
Just betrayed all of my friends, for the right reasons.
Yeah, but yeah, so you roll 3 dice.
Okay. 6, 5, and 6.
Oh! Whoa!
Critical hit.
Critical success.
Okay, so here's what happened. You succeeded remarkably. After all the other players are done, choose one who you offer a hand to improve the result by 1 step. Describe together how this works in fiction. So I think actually we can save that for Yong for your roll.
Yay.
Liv, how did you pay for Clementine's school? How did you...
So, for one thing, Clem, who's always watching and listening in on all of our missions, actually really respected what I did. And so we're closer than ever, and she's glad that I didn't, compromise, doing the right thing to put her through school. And then I hacked Neil's bank account and got all the money I needed for Clem's schooling.
Love this. Love this.
So what I think happens is you're in Sliver's Ferrari in the middle of the swarm of cops and reporters, and you look in the back seat, and is that Neil's wallet in the back seat?
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah, there's little scorch marks on it where Chase kind of got him with our little utility knife. But so he left a parting gift in the car, and I didn't have to sacrifice my morals or or anything else to put Clem through school. And Clem and I are closer than ever, and now she thinks I'm super cool because I saved Raven Holiday. And I'm also friends with Chase Chancellor, so she's pretty. Mm-hmm. Pretty happy about that.
I mean, I feel like Clem doesn't know who Chase Chancellor is.
Yeah,
he likes that. It's like that one.
Raised her on the vintage stuff.
I mean,
wait
she's
till the
like
book comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, I think she's
always a second chance. Hollywood loves a comeback.
I think there's been a revival.
Yeah.
Like now that Chase and everyone, they were on the news, it's everywhere. Everyone's looking up their old stuff. You know that scuba diving lady guy? He helped liberate a bunch of people at the convention center. So
Everyone's
I think he's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Clem's super popular at school because when the uncles come and pick her up,
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
rolling up in a Sliver's Ferrari, and Chase is in the front seat.
And you know what? The spot in her room she had reserved for Mark's autograph, that is now taken up by Chase Chancellor's autograph.
Perfect.
Hey.
With a wine stain in the corner.
And finally, Sliver.
So I roll my highest approach. Is that right?
Yeah,
Or-
I
or
mean,
just-
you can roll whatever approach you want, but presumably you want to roll the one you have 2 in.
Right. Watch me roll 2 ones. 6 and a 4.
6 and a
So
4.
a 7.
Nice.
So that's going to be you succeeded remarkably.
So how do you uncover the information Phixr has on your brother? What does that look like?
Right. Well, the first thing is, I think that moment when Liv gave Raven back, like, really affected him in like a positive way. He's been at this for so long, he was getting jaded and willing to do more and more to kind of get what he wants, and like where the means justify the ends. And he was like at that point where if the decision had gone the other way, he would have kind of gone deeper into sort of maybe shadier methods. But seeing Liv do that kind of pulled him back a little bit and made him approach things from the perspective of like, I got done dirty and I don't want to do that to others in my search for my brother, and what happened to him and all these things. So that moment, I think, kind of reframed his mindset and brought him back to kind of when he was less jaded, and he kind of started doing the work. I think maybe I asked Liv. She kind of helped me climb the ladder, I think, in the Phixr realm, and I eventually did get my gold Phixr status.
So if I can set a scene for you,
Please.
you're able to use your gold status to get Liv access to Phixr's inner network. After some digging, Liv discovers a hidden air-gapped server in a dusty sublevel of their headquarters. Liv helped you forge a keycard, and you timed the guard routes precisely so that on one moonless night, you're able to sneak in. We see you in the sublevel. The locked door in front of you slides open, revealing a shadowy room, dark, save for the blinking lights of the hidden server. But standing next to the server is a man you don't recognize. He wears dark shades and a pressed suit. He smiles at you and says, "Well, well, the star is here. Not many people can say they've beaten Maverick in a fight. Don't worry, I'm not here to stop you from breaking in. In fact, I've got some work for you if you're interested. My employer's in need of some problem solvers who know a thing or two about dealing with rogue AI." He walks towards the door, and as he passes you, he slips something into your hand, just in case you are looking for an upgrade from gold status. And you hold up what he's given you. It's a Phixr jacket patch in the shape of a diamond. Then the man leaves, and it's just you, the server, and all the answers you've been searching for. Thanks once again to Yong Yea, Paul Castro Jr., Ryan Colt Levy, and Alejandra Reynoso. We've been playing the game Cyber Plus Punk by Cabinet of Curiosities. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. I'm Kurtis Theorin, and this has been but one tale in the megacity of NeoCalifornia. We look forward to telling you more in Drive, Calgal Drive. Thanks for watching.